When doing modern database application development, it's nice to have a system that automatically creates the navigation and maintenance pages. Djangobooster does that for you. Nevertheless, in many cases, you also need an API to send or receive data from other systems, for instance, mobile applications, business intelligence systems, or any other system communicating with an API. The general idea behind the automatic API from Djangobooster is that the URL structure in the API should reflect the URL structure inside the application itself. So let's try that. Actually, we should be able to call the API just by placing an extra /API to the URL. For instance, customers/customer/list becomes customers/customer/list/API, and so forth. Let us try that. We navigate to the customers and customer list via the normal application. We add the /API to the URL in the web browser and click Enter. And here we have the result. Djangobooster uses the Django REST framework, and it allows developers to test their work in a nicely formatted web interface while developing. Once the application is finished and ready for production, we change the settings to run clean JSON. Right now we are in development mode and we have access to the nice interface. That is why you see a nicely formatted web page with all customer records from the database. Let us go to Products, where we have more records available. Write /products/product/list/API in the URL line and press Enter. You will now see a JSON formatted list of all products. The list consists of 1,447 records, and each page consists of 100 records. If you want to see page 2, click on the page 2 link inside the JSON. Go back by clicking the previous page link. If we want to search for specific records, the system allows you to add a criterion inside the URL. For instance, if you want to find all names which contains 3M, write ? followed by name equals 3M. If you want to add several criterions, add an ampersand sign and write the next criterion. For instance, product ID equals 01517. Field names are case sensitive. You can use the URL line to search and sort records, and this might be a little overwhelming from the start. Therefore, Djangobooster automatically generates help for any application to help programmers. You can find help by replacing list with help in the URL and press Enter. While reading help, you will notice that the API allows you much more than lists and searches. You will be able to request aggregates for number fields, update and create records, delete records, and even ask for meta information for each table. You will also notice that we define the initiation of the default security system by a login API call, where the system gives you a token back. The programmer must use the returned token in the request header in all future communication within that session. When requesting lists or updating records, Djangobooster has already implemented the security settings. The API simply follows the same security settings that we defined for the web-based interface. All API-related code is located in an easy-to-understand file structure, and a professional programmer will have no troubles extending the already extensive facilities with his or her own code. Let us try to look at the meta information for products. We change the URL from help to meta and press Enter. The API will return information for all fields inside the table. For instance, the label, field type, length, etc. This call will enable mobile application developers to reuse data already defined in the web application inside their mobile application. Djangobooster gives the programmer a serious kickstart developing the API for any new application, and Djangobooster even generates the documentation as well. In the next video, we will look at the structure of the source code that Djangobooster generated.